Hey, it's Mr. Smith here, and I'm just going to talk you through some simple conversions between radians, revolutions, and degrees. And so it's important, again, to remember what a radian means. If I have something rotating around in a circle, like if this ladybug were to rotate around the circle so that the distance she traveled was equal to the radius of that circle that she's traveling around, then that would be 1 radian. So we define a radian by the arc length distance being 1 radius. And so that means that you'd make 2 pi radians in your circular path for 1 revolution, because each one of the radians shows one distance of a radius. Okay, that means that since there's 2 pi radiuses around the circle, or the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, there's 2 pi radians of an angle in 1 revolution all the way around the circle. So to do a simple conversion, let's look at a problem where maybe something travels all the way around 2.5 times, so 2 pi revolutions, and I want to convert that into radians. It's just like any other conversion that we would do, and maybe this makes more sense to you, and you can just type it in your calculator. But if you're ever confused or not sure what to do converting these, I always do the same thing I would converting kilometers per minute into miles per hour or meters per second. It's just a normal unit conversion problem. I've got my factors that are equal to each other, 1 revolution and 2 pi radians, and I put one of those on the top of this box and one on the bottom. And I want to cancel out my revolution, so I put 1 revolution on the bottom of this little fraction that I'm making, and I put 2 pi radians on the top. My revolutions cancel, and I get 2.5 times 2 pi, which turns out to be about 15.7 radians. Okay, something like that. Okay, so do it just like you would any other conversion. We just know that 2 pi radians equals 1 revolution. And from there to do degrees, it's very, very similar. 1 complete revolution, we all know, is 360 degrees. So my conversion to degrees is 2 pi radians equals 360 degrees. And so for a lot of you that are comfortable with this, you probably just say pi radians equals 180 degrees and do it that way, and that's perfectly fine. I'm just going to keep this consistent and do it this way. So let's say we have an angle of, I don't know, 85 degrees. Pick one, it doesn't matter. So 85 degrees, we want to convert that into radians. So I would just, again, do it like any conversion I would normally do. And I'd think of this degree symbol as a unit and the radians as a unit. I want to cancel out my degrees, so I'd put 360 degrees on the bottom of this from this conversion factor. I'd put 2 pi radians on top. My degree symbol will cancel out, and I'd get 85 times 2 pi over 360, or 85 times pi over 180 if you do it that way. And I get about 1.48 radians. Okay, which makes a little sense with this picture. We can toggle off of this and come back here. 1.48, 1.5 would be just before 90 degrees. And so we had converted 85 degrees. So that looks like it makes sense. So hopefully that helps you with these conversions.